The music is haunting. It's from O, which is on here twice a night, which means it's a workout for the guys who are in it, and they're all fit and they're all at the top of their game. It's always nice to talk to a big star of the show. And Bill May, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, Bill. Tell me what it's like to do this twice a night, because you're wet through the whole performance, you're running around, you're having to go high, you're having to go low, you're having to jump off things. There's nothing else that compares to this physically, is there?
No, not really. To have a job like this, but to be able to come here and perform for 1,800 people twice a night, it's like a dream, because coming straight from competition, it's being able to come here and you have people cheering for you and you have people rooting you on, so it's almost like you're coming here and you're just, you know, living out in this different world.
It's expensive to come here, but you see where your money goes, don't you?
Well, I think that it's something, when it first started in 1998, it was something new and original, and I think just through the hard work and the progression of the show, it just stays ahead of the game, because you can go and see an acrobatic show anywhere, but for O, as a water show, it combines so many different aspects, gymnasts and synchronized swimmers and divers. You can't find it anywhere else in the world.
When Steve Wynn opened the Bellagio, the big thing was the fountains outside, so he needed a show to complement it. So he created O, which is, of course, French for water, although it's not spelt the same. And this is what they do. They basically make water come and go. Now, we're not talking a teacup full of water. We're talking gallons and gallons of water that comes and goes from the stage. I don't know how they do it.
The stage is consisting of 7 parts, and it moves from 17 feet deep to completely dry in a minute and a half. So the engineering behind the show is incredible. And you know, when people come and watch the show, they never understand where the water goes, because it just appears and disappears in a matter of seconds.
And what's also amazing about Cirque is the number of people behind the scenes. In this show, it's even more complicated, because there's divers under the water making you breathe and saving your life, basically, aren't they?
Yeah, we have divers underwater through the whole show. They are talking to people on the side of the stage, to people in back of the stage, and they're working just as hard as us without all the glory. So we have technicians on the side of the stage, we have wardrobe, you know, and without them we couldn't do the show. The show wouldn't go on.
And as for the stage itself, it's probably the biggest in show business. I've never seen a theatre bigger.
Yeah, I think the stage is one of the biggest in the world, and it's, you know, it has so many different aspects. It has 4 different climates in it, so you have to be comfortable in the air. You know, you have to be comfortable on the side of the stage, underwater, and then the audience has to be comfortable. So, on such a grand scale, it's incredible to see how it all came together.
Bill, tell me about you and how you got here today, because there's nobody faking it in this show. This isn't a show where you just get in it by luck. Most people have got a pedigree, as you do.
Well, O consists of the largest contingent of Olympians of any show in the world, and it was, for me, I was a synchronized swimmer, and it just was a natural thing for me to come here where I could still explore the creativity and make a living out of it and enjoy what I do, and continue to do something that gave me so much in my life. So to come here, I was a synchronized swimmer. I couldn't go to the Olympics because I was a male. So after my career was finished, then I came right to Cirque Du Soleil.
And physically, how is it being wet 3 parts of your day?
Actually, if I had to be out of the pool, I don't think I would survive.
And backstage's a whole nother world as well, because of course everybody's wet, they're cold. It has to be completely unique backstage to make sure you guys don't get hypothermia.
Oh yeah, backstage is a completely different show, because you're interacting with all these people from around the world, and people being crazy and running to their different cues, you know, saying hi to each other, encouraging each other. So you have a show on stage, but then you have a whole other show backstage, underwater, in the air, you know, everywhere. You're always pulling for something, and that's what makes it easy to do 476 shows a year, is that there's always something different. There's always a different energy. There's always a different mood. So backstage is its own little world in itself.
Does it bother you that 2,000 people twice a night are coming to see you, and they watch you, and you do the most incredible things, and we probably don't know your name at the end of it?
Well, I don't think there's any greater glory than have 1,800 people stand up for us and give us a standing ovation at the end of the night. What better way to go home and to feel good about yourself than 1,800 people cheering for you, whether they're screaming your name or just cheering loudly? It's, you know, it's that glory and that feeling of, you know, a job well done. There's nothing that can compare to it.
This afternoon I went to have lunch at the Bellagio buffet, and I put on 6 pounds by the end of the meal. How do you manage to stay so slim and physically fit? Because this is not the town to do that, is it?
Oh no, trying a different buffet every weekend is the best thing to do. But you know, I'd rather eat more and do more workouts than trying to resist the food in this town. We have some of the best restaurants in the world, so you know, it's better to eat what we like and just continue to work out. And we have to stay fit for the show, so you know, we're allowed to eat a few more calories than, you know, the average person, just because we work it out. We work it off so many times per week, per night, per day.
And of course, we're now talking after midnight on a Saturday night when we're taping this. When do you socialise? I mean, are you going to go out now, or do you have to go and rest because you've got to do this again tomorrow?
Well, when I came to Cirque, my day completely flip-flopped. I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, go to the pool, train, and now it's not unlikely to go to bed at 4:30 in the morning. So my complete day is flip-flopped. So after work, if I'm to socialize, or if I'm to meet people or see people, it's usually after work, because so many people are on the night schedule here that to find someone that's on a day schedule, they're almost the minority.
And we were meant to be talking at 10 o'clock before the 10:30 show. I left Encore, which is 3 minutes away, at 9 o'clock. I didn't get here till 10 o'clock. It took me an hour. This is the most bizarre city, that you can be in one of these casinos and you need to get next door. It can take you over half an hour.
Well, a block in Las Vegas is like 300 miles. So trying to get anywhere in Las Vegas, it's almost impossible.
And so how do you do it then? Have you got back routes? Have you got sneaky tunnels under the casinos?
There's definitely, any of the locals will know, you never go to the Strip. Anywhere to get in on the Strip, you go off the Strip, you go to the back roads, and that's the only way to get anywhere in Las Vegas.
Is there anywhere else you'd like to be right now? Because, I mean, everything's here. Great restaurants, great entertainment, great fun, gaming. You can earn all your money here at the Bellagio and then spend it.
You can lose all your money here in Las Vegas. No, there's no other place I'd rather be. Las Vegas, I have a great job. I have great friends. I'm meeting incredible people. We have a lot of opportunities. And Cirque continues to teach us in different fields. We can learn acrobatics. We can learn acting. We can learn different styles of anything that we could desire. So when they bring in workshops, we can work out. They provide Pilates for us. We go on group vacations. They have parties for us. So it's, you know, as long as we're loyal to them, they stay loyal to us, and they continue to give and give and give.
I was watching you tonight, all mostly naked, and looking at you all, feeling inadequate, thinking to myself, I think I'm going to audition. There's got to be room for a clinically obese ginger English guy somewhere within Cirque Du Soleil, don't you think?
Every show has its clowns.
Thanks. Bill, I think we'll leave you there. Listen, great to talk to you. You're such an inspiration, because you guys are so dedicated. You're the backbone of show business, really. You're entertaining people night in and night out. Last time I came, they said, Mr. Belfield, you're sat in Oprah Winfrey's seat. There's a lot of big stars come and see you. Does that affect your performance and give it a little zing that you don't get on a normal night?
We definitely do try to, you know, spot these people out and think that we're going to perform just for them. But at the same time, you know, we have 1,800 people here a night. So, you know, there's always some sort of inspiration, whether it be, you know, your sister's in the audience or your hairdresser's best friend. You know, there's always some sort of inspiration. So when a star comes, the biggest thing is that we get to meet them after. But beyond that, we're still looking for that standing ovation at the end of the show. And that's what really drives us to go through these 476 shows a year.
I have to admit, I think this is probably my favorite show anywhere in the world, just because of the scale of it and the amount of effort that's gone into it. There's nothing else quite like it. And I can guarantee you will get your value for money. And at a time when tickets aren't selling in Vegas, it's still tough to get a ticket to CO. So that's so nice for you, knowing that you've got a show that works.
Well, I think it's the best show in the world because it keeps me employed.
Listen, I better let you go and party now. Don't go to the buffet, because
there's no time
for you to be clinically obese, because you've got to keep your job. See you soon, Bill.
Thanks.